That night Zhang Yi took the place of a lover in Zhou Kor's room, cradling her and assuring her that she was his true favorite, while dismissing love as a mere disease and reducing his feelings to simple lust. He whispered that she was more valuable than Yang Xia, whose only assets were her cooking skill and celebrity aura, and Zhou Kor responded with a delighted hug, convinced of his affection. Though he spoke lightly, his thoughts were cold, treating the women as tools to keep the shelter's harmony and balance. In the days that followed, Zhang Yi turned his attention to the growing tension between the cousins. He allowed Yang Xia to brush his hair and share fleeting glances whenever Zhou Kor was present, careful not to be overt but enough to spark jealousy. Zhou Kor, unable to voice protest, let the flame of resentment grow, while Yang Xia, burdened by guilt and the sting of having her man watched, threw herself into housework and the management of the half-abandoned botanical garden. Zhang Yi supplied her with vegetable and plant seeds from his alternate dimension storage, encouraging her to cultivate the garden, which she tended with pride. Their daily life settled into a pleasant rhythm, the three of them playing cards, badminton, and AAA video games, with Zhou Kor often in pajamas on the sofa, while Zhang Yi trained with a compound bow in the underground stadium and harvested intelligence on a supercomputer. The fragile peace shattered when Zhang Yi's phone, deep in the second underground level, began ringing with an unfamiliar number. He blocked the call, yet it persisted, each ring echoing a warning he could not ignore. He hesitated, muttering "don't answer," but the call returned, its persistence suggesting a ghostly presence or a hostile force beyond the shelter's walls. The sudden intrusion left Zhang Yi uneasy, his mind racing as he contemplated the implications for the shelter's security while he continued his disciplined routine of training and resource management. Zhang Yi stared at the blinking screen, stunned as a faint voice asked why he had ignored the call, the line having connected on its own. The stranger began to list Zhang Yi's full name, birth year, and exact address in Jinwan District, Tianhai City, then shifted to a more menacing tone, revealing knowledge of his current hideout in Room 101 of Yunk Manor, the very villa that once belonged to Wang Ximing. The voice belonged to Lu Fengda, the notorious chairman of the Zhiyun Group, a titan in China's information technology and security sectors. Lu's tone was smug, his greasy-looking silhouette illuminated only by a laptop's glow, and he warned that he could expose Zhang Yi's details at any moment unless the latter shared some of the massive supplies he had hoarded after the audacious theft of the Walmart South China warehouse. Zhang Yi, aware that the stolen stock could sustain 10 million people for a week, felt a cold glint in his eyes. The revelation that his secret cache might be leveraged against him was unsettling, yet he kept his composure, probing the caller's motives and the extent of the breach. The dialogue turned to a thinly veiled negotiation. Lu Fengda demanded a portion of the supplies, arguing that Zhang Yi could easily support two women and therefore should spare enough for him. He offered to assist with network security in exchange for secrecy, implying that the shelter's supercomputer might already be vulnerable. Zhang Yi weighed the risk of exposing his involvement in the Walmart heist against the danger of a powerful hacker gaining leverage over his sanctuary. Though he suspected Lu's claims could be a bluff, he recognized the seriousness of the threat and the need to protect both his identity and the invaluable resources that had kept his group alive. The call ended with Zhang Yi's resolve to remain calm while silently planning how to counter this new external menace. Zhang Yi answered Lu Fengda's cold, threatening call with a veneer of calm, denying any power to meet the old man's demands. Lu, unshaken, cited his extensive network and the evidence he held that linked Zhang to the stolen Walmart warehouse, warning that a single leak would ruin Zhang's hidden life and expose his spatial abilities. The conversation turned brutal as Zhang, his eyes flashing murderous intent, vowed to kill Lu if the blackmailer dared to spread the secret. Lu, however, seemed unfazed, proposing a deal. He would keep the matter secret in exchange for a share of the supplies, and he listed mundane demands: food, liquor, underwear, cotton socks, delivered to his Villa 302. Zhang reluctantly agreed, sealing the pact with a chilling promise not to betray Lu, then hung up, his mind racing with the urge to storm Lu's residence and end the threat permanently, only to be restrained by cold reason. Unable to act on impulse, Zhang retreated from the basement and found Zhou Kor lounging on the sofa, her model-like figure accentuated by a light purple tank top. He seized the moment, pulling her close for a brief, passionate kiss before revealing the dire situation. He omitted the fact that he had already emptied the Walmart warehouse, telling her only that Lu knew he possessed a large cache of supplies and was now blackmailing him. Zhou listened, her eyes thoughtful, and offered her experience with similar manipulators, noting their high intelligence but low moral standards. She warned that even if Zhang killed Lu, the information Lu held could be set to auto-release, a scenario she illustrated with a story of an internet mogul whose evidence was programmed to disseminate after his death. The pair concluded that the safest path lay in a careful, controlled response rather than a rash assassination, aware that any misstep could unleash a cascade of leaks that would endanger their entire operation. The chapter closed with Zhang weighing his options, his murderous impulse still simmering beneath a veneer of strategic restraint. He recognized that Lu's address and demands placed him in a precarious position, comply and risk empowering a dangerous adversary, or act and risk an irreversible data dump that would expose his secret supplies and spatial abilities to the world. Joe's counsel reinforced the gravity of the decision, emphasizing that the threat lay not only in Lou's blackmail but in the potential automatic dissemination of their intelligence. As the tension mounted, Zhang resolved to devise a plan that would neutralize Lou without triggering the dreaded leak, setting the stage for a high-stakes confrontation that could reshape the power dynamics within Tianhai City.